Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Sally at the Shisha Savage, and after a pretty long hiatus, I am back. And starting off on the channel, I'm going to be doing something a little different today. So not only am I reviewing some tobacco, which today is going to be Haze Mint Lemonade, but I'm also going to be reviewing a hookah. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this in the past when I first started my channel as to, you know, how I'm going to do tobacco reviews separate from hookah reviews, accessory reviews, etc., etc. But, you know, I thought this particular hookah I only have access to for a limited amount of time, so why don't we just double it up and do a dual review. So today, on top of reviewing the mint lemonade from Haze, I'm also going to be reviewing the Zomo Kingdom Stem, sent over to me by Adrian Hunter over at the Pipe Dream Hookah, and he actually got it originally from Daniel Partridge, Chef Dan Hookah. So you know, this might be a little bit disconnected a little bit, maybe it's different than my normal style of reviews, but let's give it a try, see what happens. And yeah, let's have some fun with it. So Haze Mint Lemonade. Haze is a brand out of Stafford, Texas. On their website, they say that they have 25 years of experience or over 25 years of experience. They have a unique stack and haze storage system. They actually show you on the side of the tin there. And it's really cool because basically if you take off the lid on these containers, you can stack the haze containers, which is kind of cool, especially after you're done with the tobacco and you just kind of want to, you know, have them for display, or if you want to put other things in them, you know, a lot more interesting than your normal salt, sugar, creamer type of containers that you can get for your kitchen, right? So I'm just getting into the smell of this. As it suggests, it smells like lemon and mint. But it's not like a traditional lemon mint. At the forefront, the mint is very, very powerful. But you have this sweet, subtle lemon aroma. Kind of like there's like a sugar syrup. And then you get the mint again. The mint smells a little overpowering in this flavor, I must say. Let's go over to the video that I shot of how I packed Haze, which is also something new that I'm trying out because I usually don't pack my bowls on camera. So let's go over to that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is my first time packing on a video live, so bear with me. So as you can see, Haze is very, very juicy. So I'm going to stir it around with a fork a little bit. Get the juices going, and you can pack this with a fork or with your fingers, which I'm gonna do. So this is a Goodfella B4 bowl, and since it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, I'm gonna use green. So Haze performs the best when it's fluffed, I found out. Now everyone has different ways of packing different brands of tobacco, but if I fluff Haze in, it seems to perform the best for me. So I'm gonna stick to what I know and what works for me. So feel free to experiment and figure out, you know, what works the best for you. So I'm just gonna fluff it in there. Sometimes you'll get these big stems, so just kind of put them back in the pack or toss them aside, whatever you wanna do. It's really clumpy today. It's a flavor I had laying around and I didn't really smoke it for a little while. It's a really great flavor. But, you know, you open new tobaccos and then you kind of stray away from the ones you already have open because you gotta smoke that new, you know? I have tobacco flying everywhere right now. Literally everywhere. Alright, so after I've packed it in there kind of fluffy, I'm just gonna tamp it down a little bit. And just fill any gaps that I might have left. Ooh, that's a big piece. literally like the messiest tobacco right now. I'm just gonna clean the sides off here with the edge of my thumb. And that should do it. Not perfect, but it will work for what I need it to do. Kind of try to get it down a little bit by the spire here. All right, cool. Alright, I'm gonna clean my hands off real fast. And I have 2 sheets of regular foil. I am currently out of HD foil, shiny side down. And we're going to go for that drum tight foil job here. That's not too bad. Alright. And then I'm gonna do the rim job, as Hookah John says. I always thought that was hilarious. Here is my piece poker. You can use any poker you want. And I'm just gonna do a basic pattern here. Nothing too fancy. I'm gonna poke all the way down. I don't know, for me, poking all the way down into the bowl and through the tobacco gives a better airflow. Sometimes I get a little whimsical and I just put random holes in the middle there. But obviously this is a huge spire. But yeah, looks good. Let's go throw some coals on it. So now that we packed our bowl, I am going to say that I am using the new Haze coconut charcoal cubes. They hold up very well from testing so far. They light up completely, they don't black out very easily. They hold their size pretty well, they don't ash a whole lot. I have my Provost with 3 Haze coconut cubes, and I have the Zomo Kingdom Stem here, and this is a CWP base that I usually put on my mat pair, but I paired with this today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review the tobacco and then we're gonna jump right into the hookah. So let's get into the flavor and cloud output on this tobacco. Alright, so the sweet flavor that I was expecting to get, I don't get. This is very much like a lemon mint, to me anyway. Okay, so on the inhale, you're gonna get mainly the mint, and on the exhale, if you smoke throughout your nose, you'll get that subtle sweetness of the lemon, but kind of the lemon also that you get in like a traditional lemon mint, like from other brands like Pure or Trifecta, Ugly. Ugly actually has a very sweet lemon mint. So I'm gonna compare it to that a little bit. So you can see cloud output's pretty decent. Haze usually has very good cloud output. It's a very, very juicy tobacco, as you saw in the pack video. This is a flavor that I definitely enjoy. I've been mixing this with Haze Cucumberita, so it's a nice summer type of smoke. You get the subtle cucumber taste with the margarita, like the sour mix flavor with the mint and the lemon, and the tartness from the lemon complementing the margarita type flavor. So give that a try. 50-50 mix works just fine. I actually prefer to do a 70-30 mix with less on the cucumberita. This flavor has also mixed very well with just other citrus flavors. For me, I've mixed it with alfalfa, like orange, lemon, grapefruit, and it works really nicely. I've also mixed it with a cherry, like pure cherry, and it gives you kind of like a cherry limeade type of flavor. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the hookah. So this is a Zomo Kingdom Stem, the first hookah that I've seen from them. And it's very interesting. They actually have a little promo video on the Zomo channel on YouTube. And it basically says it's taking the traditional way that hookahs are being made, mixing it with the elegance of the wood, and putting a modern touch on it with aluminum. So I will say this is a traditional chambered hookah. It has the two ports going down into the little holes on the sides, and it has a down stem that is detachable. If you don't know the difference between a traditional and a common chamber hookah, you can always look on Reddit or any other resource on Google. But if you look, basically it tells you common chamber hookahs don't have the connection that's coming directly down from the hose port and the purge port. It purges pretty well. This is a very unique purge. If you watch Daniel's review on this hookah, he will tell you that this part right here, this brass part, reminds him of a 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea type of helmet, because I thought the same thing. I thought it was really cool. And this purge is very unique. Certain purge ports and more modern hookahs, they're detachable. You can take it apart. This one, there is a plastic ball bearing in here, but I can't really take this out. I mean, I'm sure if you take a pair of pliers and pull at it, you could, but I wouldn't really try. There are 8 holes around the outside and then 1 big hole in the center. This thing purges like a beast. Literally, I'm gonna show you again in a second. But it's like a jet engine going off. All right, you already see this purge? As you can see, it purges pretty well. It might take 2 or 3 breaths to purge it completely. But it does purge out of the base completely. So I have 2 complaints about this stem. I'm just gonna go over them very quickly. First off, this hose port is very, very awkward. I mean, I have this in there pretty tight right now with a grommet, but honestly, my hose has fallen out of this hookah so many times as I'm smoking out of it. So make sure that you have it on a stable surface. You don't have it like taut like me right now. I kind of try to wrap, if it's a long hose, kind of wrap it around the base while I'm smoking so it has a little bit more support. Also, the other complaint that I have, that Dan also pointed out, is this piece right here. This metal piece actually comes glued down on top of the hookah on the bowl port, and it's very hard to get anything to fit on top of it. For those of you who use a standard Starbuzz mod grommet, this is not your friend, okay? So I have a couple of bowls here so I can show you what I mean. So this is a classic Egyptian bowl, and here is the bowl port, and I'm just gonna put it in here. As you can see, it looks like it's a tight fit, right? Somewhat, but how are you supposed to fit a grommet on that? Egyptian grommets tend to be very hard to work with. They're not very pliable. They're very rigid. So you're gonna have a difficult time trying to get this to stay on, right? And the mod grommet, if you put it on top of here, it won't even fit on top of this bowl port here. So that's a big problem, and this is a pretty standard size connection for a bowl port. So it sits on there nicely right now, and it looks like it does, but honestly it's wobbly, and unless you use like a paper towel grommet, you're not gonna be able to put it on there. Next up, I have a Hookah John 80 feet bowl. A little bit tighter fit than the Egyptian bowl, not really wobbling as much, but you have that ring of space there that air is going to get through, and you're not going to get a great draw from whatever pipe you're smoking, right? And this is what I'm using on top right now, is a Goodfella V4. Obviously the bottom is a lot bigger. It goes all the way in, but you really can't fit a grommet on this and on this bowl and have it hold up there securely. I would be a little scared to put it up there like this. So I am glad that Daniel took the time to pry this off, because I feel like the hookah function, the stem functions a lot better without this piece. So maybe Zomo could go back and maybe do some redesigning on this and take this away, or make this thinner, or make it a little bit smaller in diameter and have it less chunky looking. Because most hookahs have a thinner bowl port up top, so you can use a thicker grommet to secure a bowl up there. So that's the second main complaint that I have about this hookah. Other than that, it has a pretty nice draw, as you can see. I have the water level about a little bit less than half of an inch above the bottom of the stem. And the bottom down stem is actually detachable, so that's kind of nice. With traditional type of hookah stems, you don't really see any kind of modular type of pieces. So that is kind of nice, but none of this comes apart. So that was a little bit of a concern for those of you who travel a lot with your pipes. This is definitely one I would just keep at home and smoke out of. But other than that, it's a very nice hookah. I actually have a Prometheus demi tray up there. I tried to put a Lule tray and it just would not hold, so it was kind of awkward. In their promo video, they actually have a different tray on top of it, but I did not receive the tray. Other than that, it's pretty solid. I don't know exactly what the price point is, but if I was in the market for a new hookah and I didn't want to spend a couple $100s on on a German or Russian type of pipe, then I would definitely look into this. It's more upscale than a KM. It has the appeal of that modern feeling hookah, but still kind of looks traditional. It's a really cool looking pipe. I did not know what to expect from this, but after smoking out of it about four or five times now, I'm very impressed by this. And the feature that I like the best is definitely the purge. I know a lot of you are gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna buy a hookah just because a purge is cool. A lot of hookahs actually, that's a gimmick on a lot of the hookah pipes out there right now. So if you purge a lot like me while you're smoking, it's something that's gonna appeal to you. Now, if you don't purge a whole lot, then maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna give it like a score for me. I think it's subjective. It's what you get out of it. You might love it, you might hate it. But for me, in my personal experience, I think it's a decent hookah and definitely a good upgrade from a standard KM or a standard Chica. If you like traditional hookahs, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this review and supporting me even though I was away. Go join Hookah University on Facebook. We have discount codes and all sorts of cool information, tutorials, reviews, trolling, comments, whatever. And also, I am going to announce that I have partnered with southsmoke.com. So shout out to Jessica and Brennan over at South Smoke. And if you go over there and see anything that you like, including any of the haze flavors that I'll be reviewing on the channel, you can use my coupon code ShishaSavage12 to get 12% off any of your purchases. That includes sale items, guys, and their prices are already low, so 12% is a pretty big deal. So go on over there, check them out, and until next time, this is Shisha Savage.